Let's have a real conversation about what chia seeds actually do for you, because a lot of people get stuck on bits and pieces of information without understanding the full picture. When omega-3 fatty acids come up, everyone immediately thinks they're amazing for the heart, and that part is true. Omega-3s help thin the blood a little, which is one of the reasons fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are recommended so often. They naturally contain high levels of omega-3s in a form the body can actively use. But here's where people get confused. You'll hear folks say chia seeds have even more omega-3 than fish, so shouldn't they be the better choice? It sounds convincing, but that's where the misunderstanding happens. The type of omega-3 in chia seeds is not the active anti-inflammatory form your body uses directly. The active form is called DHA, and that's what supports your brain, heart, and overall inflammation response. The kind in chia seeds is called ALA, which is more like the raw material or precursor that your body has to convert into DHA before it can actually use it. And yes, chia seeds are packed with ALA, no one is denying that, but the question is how much of that ALA realistically gets turned into DHA in the body? The truth is very little. Most studies show that only around 5% gets converted, and in many people it's even less depending on their metabolism, overall diet, and genetics. So when people think they're getting a huge boost of omega-3 comparable to fish just by eating chia seeds, that's not exactly how it works. Now let's shift the comparison to protein, because that's another area where people like to line up chia seeds against other foods. One medium egg gives you about 7 grams of protein, while roughly 2 tablespoons of chia seeds give you around 4 grams. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. All proteins are not created equal, and your body doesn't treat them the same way. Egg protein is considered one of the most bioavailable sources, meaning your body digests it easily and uses it efficiently. If we're ranking protein quality and absorption, the most bioavailable source is human breast milk, then come eggs, followed by meat and fish. Plant-based proteins, including the protein in chia seeds, are further down the list. That doesn't mean chia seeds are useless, but it does mean you shouldn't think 4 grams of plant protein equals 4 grams of egg or fish protein, in terms of what your body can actually use for muscle repair, hormones, and overall function. I looked everywhere for a clear number on how much of chia seed protein is bioavailable, and there's just no solid data on it. That alone tells you it's not considered a top-tier protein source. Chia seeds do, however, come with a mix of other vitamins and minerals. They have vitamin E, a small amount of vitamin C, some B vitamins, plus minerals like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium. Research does show that chia seeds can support heart health, help lower blood pressure, and have mild blood-thinning effects. They also provide some benefits for brain health, but if you ask me what the biggest benefit is, I'd say it's their soluble fiber. The way I use them is simple. I take 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and mix them into half a cup of water, give it a stir, and let it sit until it swells up and turns into a gel-like consistency. After that, I take a bowl of plain unsweetened yogurt, homemade or store-bought without added sugar, and add some walnuts, almonds, and figs along with the chia seed gel. When you mix it all together, it turns into a thick, pudding-like dish that actually tastes pretty good. But flavor aside, the real value is in that gel. That gel is pure soluble fiber and your gut bacteria love it. Your microbiome, the good bacteria living in your digestive system, feeds on that gel. They break it down and convert it into energy, and that energy becomes fuel for the cells in your large intestine. If you deal with inflammation in the gut or irritation in the digestive tract, chia seed gel can be really helpful. If you're someone who deals with constipation, this can also support more regular bowel movements. Some people bring up lectins and say chia seeds might irritate the colon. But the lectin levels in chia seeds are actually very low, so there's no real danger there. And it's not just fiber in that gel, it also contains plant nutrients like polyphenols that your gut microbes really enjoy. The big picture here is that you're feeding these tiny microbes what they need to thrive, and in return, they help you in ways you might not realize right away. Your overall health, your mood, and even your energy levels are deeply connected to your gut microbiome. That's why I recommend making chia seeds a regular part of your diet, instead of just something you sprinkle on food occasionally. And don't stop there. Include other foods that help feed your gut bacteria, like fermented vegetables, vinegar-based pickles, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and plain yogurt. Just make sure you're choosing versions without added sugars or processed junk. One tip people often overlook is how to actually use chia seeds correctly. Don't grind them and don't just swallow them dry. Use them whole, but make sure you soak them first so that gel has time to form. That's what makes them most effective for your gut health. Cultures like the Aztecs have been using chia seeds for a very long time, long before they became trendy on social media or in health food stores. They're not some new discovery. They're an ancient superfood that people have relied on for generations. At the end of the day, chia seeds are not magic, and they shouldn't be treated like a replacement for fatty fish or high-quality proteins. They're a useful addition to your diet, especially for your digestive health and overall gut bacteria balance, but you need to understand what they can and can't do. If you want DHA, fatty fish or high-quality fish oil is a better choice. If you want complete bioavailable protein, eggs, meat, and fish are superior. But if you're looking to nourish your gut, support your microbiome, and get some fiber and micronutrients, chia seeds are a smart addition when used the right way. That's really the bottom line. Take care of yourself, make choices based on facts instead of hype, and build habits that actually support your health in the long run.